Thank you. Class of 2022, please be seated. Good evening, faculty, administrators, family, friends, distinguished members of the School Board of Directors, Superintendent Dr. Andy Sanko, and most especially the class of 2022. My name is Mr. Al Funk, and I hold the distinct privilege of being principal of this fine institution. It is an honor to welcome guests and family to our beautiful campus and to our beautiful gymnasium. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Corey Axler, music teacher and director of the South Vocal Ensemble, accompanied by Mr. John Burns, music teacher and marching band director, to lead us in the singing of our national anthem. Please remain standing after the anthem for a moment of silence. This year, we remember in a special way a member of the class of 2022 who has gone before us, Gregory Shelsey. Greg was an intelligent and compassionate young man. We are uplifted by many positive memories. Tonight, we unite our thoughts as we pause and reflect on all those who are unable to join us this evening. Thank you. Please be seated. I would like to acknowledge some special folks in the audience today. It is important to remember that none of us succeed alone. Joining Dr. Sanko and the students on stage, I would like to welcome and thank our School Board of Directors, volunteers who provide great stewardship for the Council Rock School District. Welcome and thank you also to the faculty who have been with the class of 2022 every step of the way. Elementary, middle, and high school staff, yours is a noble profession, a calling, and we thank you. Thank you and welcome to our 12th grade principal, Ms. Lynn Cariello, for shepherding the graduating class over the last 4 years. And finally, I would like to extend gratitude to the graduates' first and best teachers, the parents and guardians of the class of 2022. Even though this day is about your son or daughter, it is also very much about you. Many, many thanks and congratulations. Now let's turn our attention to the class of 2022. In an ever-increasingly turbulent world, it takes brave men and women to stand up for freedom and democracy. At this time, would any student enlisting in the armed services, entering an ROTC program, or attending one of our service academies, please rise for acknowledgement. In a class filled with academic achievers, there are some students who have distinguished themselves at the very highest level of educational excellence, wearing silver medallions and representing the top 10% of the graduating class with the Council Rock High School South Scholars. Please rise for acknowledgement. And wearing gold medallions, seated at the head of our class, representing the top 2% of all graduating seniors, please join me in welcoming and saluting our distinguished scholars. Back in August of 2018, I remember addressing the eager and anxious faces of the incoming freshman class, encouraging you to make the most of your high school journey, to have no regrets, to share your gifts and talents with our school community. Well, between the then and the now, 725 academic days later, much has happened. With you personally, with your families, with the country, and with the world. Most notably and most obviously, you persevered a global pandemic and 2 years when everything seemed a bit sideways. But rather than worry about events outside of your control, you responded with discipline, humility, and compassion. You embraced cyber education. You accepted lost opportunities. You found ways to adapt and even thrive in an often chaotic landscape. These skills will serve you well in what will no doubt be an ever-changing future. And as you look ahead to these inevitable changes, always remember some trusted and true constants: discipline, humility, and compassion. Robert Collier said this: "Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out." Take the time to pursue your success with discipline. The world can be a very angry place. Please take the time to laugh, especially at yourself. Take the time to feed happiness rather than bitterness. Take the time to model good citizenship, common civility, even when those around you fall very short. Take the time to do exactly what you did here at CR South, and that is to leave this place much better than you found it. We are indebted to you, class of 2022. Congratulations and thank you. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the first of 3 graduation speakers, Emily Brielle Hidalgo, the president of the class of 2022. Emily embodies the spirit and vitality of this wonderful class. Next year, Emily will be studying secondary mathematics at Penn State Schreier Honors College. Please join me in welcoming Emily.
Good evening, families, friends, staff, administrators, and alumni. I'm truly honored to be in front of you today to welcome and congratulate myself and my fellow graduates of the Council Rock High School South class of 2022. I stand here in awe over the fact that we are sitting in this gymnasium all dressed in our caps and gowns just moments away from graduating. It's amazing, given most of us started in this district solely as Welsh Wildcats, Hillcrest Tigers, Holland Hawks, Churchville Chargers, Richboro Bulldogs, or Rolling Hills Roadrunners. And yet, although seeming so soon, we are now graduating as Council Rock High School South Hawks. I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you. I understand that our future lies solely in the path that we pave for it. So, here are my 2 cents worth of advice for ensuring our solid foundation. Some of you may have the mindset that you're ready to get out of the district, the city, or even the state to move on with your life endeavors full speed ahead without looking back. Others feel far from that. No matter your view on the past couple of years, I would like you to take a second and stop. Take a moment and realize that we are all in the same place and position. We are all the students who walk the tan and burgundy halls in between classes, looking at the laughable, unused lockers. We've complained about the dreadful speed limit on Tanyard Road at one time or another, and we're all disguised as blue and white CR logos last year. This is the last time that we, the people who have gone to school together for the past 4, 6, or even 13 years, will all be present in the same room, with the same outfit on and the same diploma coming our way. Right now, at this very instant, we fulfill the CR South saying, "We are one." Take in these last couple of moments that we stand together, reflecting on and being rewarded for all of our work that has led to this very moment. And from this moment, we move forward. So before we do, class of 2022, I would like to share something that my grandfather always used to tell me. Take it one day at a time and make it count. Hawks, I want you to move forward with life. Understand that each day is a new beginning, a new day to struggle, a new day to rest, a new day to succeed, and a new day to excel. Today, we take the first step across the threshold to adulthood. This is just the beginning of what is yet to come. When delving further into this mindset, I came across something very fitting stated by motivational speaker Dennis Waitley. Time is an equal opportunity employer. Each human being has the exact same number of hours and minutes every day. Scientists can't invent new minutes, and rich people can't buy more hours. And you can't save time to spend it on another day. Even so, time is amazingly fair and forgiving. No matter how much time you've wasted in the past, you still have an entire tomorrow. Hawks, on the path that lies ahead, it may all seem so difficult, terrifying, and impossible at times. But the way to get through it, the key to moving ahead, is one day at a time. The only way to guarantee failure is by giving up. So instead of feeling the need to give up or feeling too tired to move forward, just look at the fact that you have to get through that day, that hour, that minute, or that second. Because the next moment is a new one, a new opportunity for success and a change of mindset. Look at life with the eyes of creativity and a capacity for change. Make others enjoy your presence and enjoy your own existence. You drive your future and you drive your mindset. You move forward in the path that you pave for yourself. So go through your journey one day at a time. I'm immensely proud of all of us, and I'm ecstatic to see where we all go from here. I am deeply honored to have been your student council president for the past year and to have grown and learned so much from all of you. I want you to take your future one day at a time and make it count. Congratulations, graduating Hawks of the class of 2022. I love you all.
Our next graduation speaker this evening will be attending the University of Pennsylvania next fall as a computer engineering major. Please welcome David Aquino.
All right. Sorry. Greetings, faculty, administrators, parents, relatives, and most importantly, the exceptional Council Rock South class of 2022. Now, as I look upon this crowd, this sea of faces, this array of caps and gowns, I can't help but stand before you in complete and utter awe. In fact, words cannot entirely describe the amalgamation of various emotions that are currently welling up within me. However, amidst this chaotic fervor, one feeling remains steadfast: pride. You see, our class experienced what many experts would classify as a pandemic sandwich, in the sense that we began and will end our high school careers normally, but not without a pandemic-packed portion sandwiched between those 2 years. This means we as a class have not only successfully transitioned into the deep, dark depths of a COVID classroom, but we have also successfully emerged out of the ever so infamous confinement of virtual learning. And for this, I'm proud. Proud of the teachers who kept our education afloat as the rest of the world began to sink. Proud of the parents who had to begrudgingly listen to us work through problems in first period physics class at 7:33 in the morning. And most of all, I'm proud of us, the enduring class of 2022. Through the years, we've celebrated the wins and prevailed through the losses. Whether it is the first day freshman year butterflies, a game-winning shot, an unfavorable test score, Friday night football, or even just sitting through the mundane lull of a Tuesday afternoon, we have overcome, absorbed, tolerated, and enjoyed our experience and their many accompanying lessons here at CR South. And thus, on graduation day, I can say with confidence that I am not only proud of what we have done, but what we will do with the empty canvas that is our future. The thing is, graduation is not just a post-event after party acknowledging our past, as it is also a pre-game gathering for what is to come. Now, as we finish nibbling on the last crumbs of this pandemic sandwich, allow me to leave you with this. Oftentimes, people will try to advise us to be fearless, especially as we embark on our voyage to and through the future. However, to be devoid of fear is a rather ridiculous expectation. I mean, the absence of fear eliminates the necessity for courage, which is a needed quality as we begin our own hero's journeys. Instead, while we shouldn't be afraid of the many obstacles in life, we should be afraid of not living life itself. Everyone's story has the same ending, and so it is your job to fill the rest of the pages how you see fit. So go on, write courageously, fear with purpose, and never, ever let anyone tell you when to put the pen down. Oh, and just because we are finishing the sandwich does not mean the meal is over. I hope you still have room. Brace yourself for the next course, and don't forget to savor the flavor of every bite, whether it be sweet, salty, spicy, or even bitter. Thank you, and congratulations, CR South class of 2022!
Our final graduation speaker will be attending Pennsylvania State University next fall as a secondary English major. Please join me in welcoming Sarah Wellwood.
We are like flowers. As I look out into the audience, I see a field of tall sunflowers, cute daisies, little lilies, tulips, lilacs, and roses. From the wise ideals of the poet Ruby Kaur, just like flowers, we fall, we wilt, we root, we rise, and we bloom. Now, reflecting on the beginning, elementary school. Our little bud, freshly out of the nursery bed, now ready to be planted in our starting pot. The pot could be titled Richborough, Churchville, Hillcrest, Holland, Rolling Hills, Welsh, or another. So, let's take a moment to remember ourselves as a bud entering our small pot, the other little flowers we met, whom we have seen grow all of this time, and let's acknowledge our small pot, for it has given us the roots to rise. When we have risen, but not quite bloomed, we head to middle school, the bridge between rooting and blooming. Here in middle school, we are planted into a new, larger pot, the awkward transition where we meet new flowers. Some are smaller, and some are taller, and some sound a bit older. Here, we learn to adapt to our new surroundings and create bonds that can be carried into our new adventures. We now enter the final flower bed of growing, high school. As freshly flourished flowers, we enter as freshmen. Through the 4 years of high school, we have experienced a plethora of rain and sunshine. If you type into Google, what happens when flowers get too much rain? You will receive the answer of plants suffer stress and begin to droop. Just like flowers, we have experienced moments of too much rain, which has caused us to wilt, droop, and fall. So when we fall, how do we rise again? The answer is our soil, our light, our water. Our parents, family, and mentors, teachers, friends, and directors, all of the people who have nourished us to get where we are today, look down on us at this moment, eyes beaming with pride like the sun rays, and tears trickling like droplets from a watering can. We have them to thank, for they have picked us up when we have wilted, and they have given us the tools and ability to rise once again. For 13 years, these people have watched us grow from a teeny tiny little bud into a bright, beautiful flower. So, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for giving us the strength to bloom again. As we are now ready to leave our home, freshly flourished and blossomed, with dreams as big as our blooms, whether that is college, the workforce, or a branch of the military, we will continue to grow. But when you are placed into your new garden, remember your starting pot, where your roots are planted, here at Council Rock. Thank you.
At this time, we will begin the presentation of diplomas. Reading the names of this year's graduating class are Mrs. Susan Gormley, Assistant Principal, and Mr. David Lingman, English Teacher and Student Executive Board Advisor.
Will the distinguished scholars of the class of 2022 please rise? Sabrina N. Adler, Distinguished Scholar. David M. Aquino, Distinguished Scholar and Speaker. Claire Saul, Distinguished Scholar. Ryan C. Carroll, Distinguished Scholar. Alexander Freeman, Distinguished Scholar. Kylie Ann Gregory, Distinguished Scholar. Faith R. Hack, Distinguished Scholar. Shivani J. Kumar, Distinguished Scholar. Claudia Wu Lee, Distinguished Scholar. Lauren Alexis Simon, Distinguished Scholar. Michael Ethan Sperling, Distinguished Scholar. Amanda Nicole Vaca, Distinguished Scholar. Leah Wong, Distinguished Scholar.
And now the officers of the class of 2022. Emily Brielle Hidalgo, President, Speaker. Mary Elizabeth Mount, Vice President. Jacob Ninen, Secretary. Brianna Rubark, Treasurer. Melanie Loza, Public Relations. Catherine Grace Burke, SAB. Eric Spector, MBIT, SAB. Amanda Chekhov, SEB, Co-President. Taylor Credo, SEB, Co-President. Emily Warren, SEB, Vice President. Devin Millman, SEB, Secretary. Natalie Crivero, SEB, Treasurer. Danielle Bocheri, SEB, Executive Event Coordinator. And Sarah Wellwood, Speaker. And now the remaining members of the class of 2022. Kareem Abdul Kafarov.
Keith Andrew Lippincott, Jr.
Kira Abendroth.
Chase J. Liddick.
Ava M. Abraham.
Derek Loper.
Jacqueline E. Adams.
Aaron R. Loftus.
Paige Erin Adams.
Nicholas A. Laurie.
Tabson Diane Adams.
Brenna A. Lukacs.
Amina Khan Akmalova.
Frank Lupo.
Daniel Anthony Albright.
Emily Grace MacDonald.
Amanda Lynn Allen.
Max Medrevics.
Orlin Onarkulov.
Anna Malinchuk.
Alexandra Ancharsky.
Brendan Thomas Malone IV.
Maxwell Sinclair Armstrong.
Tristan William Mangan.
Auntie T. Auteri Jr.
Thomas Marcus.
Michael Chase Bakari.
Max Robert Marino.
Travis William Bailey.
Nicholas Robert Martinez.
Irakli Bakhtadze.
Dominic S. Masson.
Andrew Michael Baldridge.
Salvador F. Mastromarco.
Matthew Grant Ballard.
Christian A. Matias.
Brooke Ann Bannis.
Justin Matthew Mattia.
Kirsten Elizabeth Banks.
Daniel Mark Maybaum.
Catherine Barber.
Philip Mayo.
Hannah J. Barker.
Emily McAndrew.
Kieran Elliott Barry.
Sarah Elizabeth McAndrew.
Ryan J. Bowerly.
Daniel John McCarthy.
Jesse Dylan Beato.
Megan Grace McLean.
Brooke Rose Beatty.
Justin D. McCullum.
Olivia Paige Beisel.
Aiden Patrick McCourt.
Eka Benitza.
Samantha Marie McDowell.
Joseph Anthony Benacasa.
Jackson Riley McAhall.
Brady Michael Barris.
Owen McGinley.
Olivia Berman.
Co M. McGinn.
Akil Y. Binyuman.
Jamie M. McGranahan.
Maya E. Bishop.
Madison H. McGuigan.
Olivia Emily Blatnick.
Jeremy R. McHale.
Jack Thomas Blim.
Natalie Reagan McLaren.
Lily Hannah Block.
Brian Fitzgerald McMenamin.
Allison Benia.
Emily G. Meeder.
Allison Ann Boss.
Stephen A. Medler.
Kyle M. Boss.
Matrona Despina Milikos.
Madison Lynn Bowers.
Milana Melnikova.
Podrick Connor Bounds.
Luan Maroli.
Samuel Lee Bresnan.
Alexandra Ray Machika.
Peyton Elizabeth Brillhart.
Kendall C. Michaels.
Ryan Hunter Brizuela.
Matthew Mihalescu.
Luke Ryan Brossman.
Benjamin Daniel Mihailov.
Kyle W. Bruck.
Jason Patrick Milkowicz.
Lily Victoria Brunetto.
Michaela Christabella Miller.
Logan V. Brunazzi.
Shanna Renee Miller.
Braden Bruschi.
Emma Marie Milivoy.
John R. Bruschi.
Caitlin Nicole Milivoy.
Isaac Joseph Berenga.
Michael Minko.
Margaret Mary Burke.
Leah Moffitt.
Anthony Joseph Burns III.
Sebastian Molyneux.
Emily Ann Burns.
Sebastian Montagna.
Dylan Byers.
Nicholas F. Monty.
Alessandra Cairo.
Ari Wayne Moore.
Alexander Campbell.
Delaney Catherine Moore.
Jasmine Can.
Michael John Moran.
Dylan J. Capaldi.
Aiden J. Morosky.
Logan Michael Casey.
Rose Ellen Morgan.
Dominic D. Katina.
Emmanuel E. Murphy.
Preston Katina.
Alexi Murray.
Emily Nicole Cerruti.
Emily Madison Murray.
Anthony J. Sorelli.
Giordana Mia Muto.
Montana Chambers.
Anfifa Nikoti.
Alexander F. Czechia.
Jordan Tushko Narita.
Samuel David Cherkosky.
Marley Ann Narita.
William Sheffo.
Megan Elizabeth Nash.
Theodore Christian.
Kelsey Joy Nazaruk.
Devin R. Clark.
Frank Joseph Nelson V.
Melanie Coates.
Lamaya Lena Nguyen Wallace.
Shane Cohen.
Joshua Nikolaevsky.
Matthew Collegesi.
Gavin D. Nunner.
Sophia Claire Collins.
Alexander Nice.
Alyssa Compatello.
Maura O'Brien.
Erin Nicole Conaway.
Nolan Matthew O'Brien.
Matthew Paul Constantini.
Grace O'Hanlon.
Morgan Cornish.
Megan Nicole O'Mara.
Madison Colburn.
Cassidy Elizabeth Oldroyd.
Connor Edward Krieger.
Miranda P. Olaso.
Declan Thomas Cromwell.
Nicole A. Opikoff.
Damon Culver.
Emilia Elizabeth Osterkopf.
Sagi Dahis.
Vladislav Pokolkiv.
Sharon Dahis.
Robert Daniel Panish.
Ryan Dalton.
Emma S. Paris.
Aiden Alexander Daly.
Maya R. Parker.
Evan Davalos.
Shannon Kathleen Parker.
Shane Dawson.
Madison Perillo.
Madeline Diane Deal.
Sahil Patel.
Alyssa Danielle DeBronzo.
Mason George Patricio.
Skylar DeCinque.
Emily M. Pfeiffer.
Dana Dominicus.
Alec Pepe.
Erin Delaney.
Ava Brielle Pepe.
Joseph Justin Dembowski.
Julia Faith Perry.
Parneet K. Dillon.
Ferdinand Russell Petito.
Connor James Dillon.
Shainu T. Phillip.
Catherine Marie Dina.
Lauren E. Pierce.
Sophia Ann Love Dingwee.
Annabelle Rose Pizzigoni.
Katarina Marie Dietrich.
Hannah Michelle Plants.
Domenico Luigi Dietrich.
Danielle A. Porcisenko.
Amy J. Dobandi.
Katie N. Power.
Taylor Marie Donor.
Mark Prist.
Samantha Donnelly.
Kathy Pristoski.
Hope Joyce Donahue.
Alexander Jonathan Probst.
John J. Donahue.
Nicole Shanisana.
Garrett Joshua Dorf.
Nicholas Graham Puerto.
Kevin Dosa.
Victor Charles Pumo.
Daniel Joseph Doyle Jr.
Vadislava Radzuk.
Griffin James Doyle.
Hannah Marie Rafferty.
Lucas Lorenzo Doyle.
Sean F. Rafter.
Michelle Tiffany Dranich.
Ava Renee Ralston.
Kenny Jacob Duffield.
Zamira Ramizova.
Celeste Constance Earl.
Sophia Nicole Ranieri.
Robert John Eels.
Lily M. J. Riley.
Allison Samantha Einhaber.
Rebecca H. Ryder.
Emma Jamie Einhaber.
Abigail E. Ryder.
Layla Rose Lyons L. Garafi.
Jessna M. Rigi.
Allison Ray Farrell.
Tyler W. Repash.
Brooks M. Fiadino.
Nicholas Reppin.
Alexis Filipov.
Catherine H. Rasinski.
Colleen Reagan Formicola.
Dylan Jack Ryder.
Kelly Foy.
Morgan Rifkin.
Isabella Francisco.
Stephen Royce Rifkin.
Kevin Frank.
Hayden Lee Rocco.
Gianna Louise Fertini.
Brent Michael Raleigh.
Jake Robert Freeman.
Elena Raleigh.
Sydney Freeze.
Nolan Rosenberg.
Michael Joseph Fricker.
Joshua T. Rollins.
Jacob Fullerton.
Toby Jonathan Rosengarten.
Jeffrey I. Fike Jr.
Andrew Jake Rubin.
Nicole Gabriel.
Emma Sabalaski.
Elena J. Gagliardi.
Logan R. Sackett.
Cole T. Gallagher.
Victoria Allison Sadowski.
Ethan Robert Galvelis.
Shur Muhammad Sajudinov.
Jenna Paige Garber.
Joel S. Samuel.
Gianni Garnica.
Julian Sarney.
Valerie Gaughan.
Skylar Scarborough.
Sarah Nicole Girding.
Olivia Shelzy.
Grace Rosemarie Gessner.
Riley Elizabeth Schaefer.
Matthew Joseph Gillis.
James Shilk.
Maya S. Goffman.
Isabel Marie Schlemmer.
Nino Gogoladaze.
Aiden W. Schoen.
Shraddha Gohel.
Colby William Shates.
Shreya Gohel.
Rebecca Rose Schooley.
Zachary Goldman.
Jordan T. Shook.
Julia Goldovsky.
Scott B. Schwartz.
Tyler Gomolinsky.
Zachary Cole Schwartz.
Madison Page Goodman.
Isabella Marin Seligman.
Carter Douglas Goodson.
Nicholas Selekia.
Jonathan James Goodwin.
John Serpiello.
Sarah Emily Goodwin.
Paige Siebert.
Chase J. Grabowski.
Teva Wild Shagorodsky.
Juliana Graff.
Catherine Shaya.
Alexis Green.
Irakli Shershkavili.
Ava Elizabeth Green.
Spencer Avery Sherwood.
John Alfonso Gregory.
Ashwin Shetty.
Joshua Ryan Gross.
Allison Scheimer.
Grace Elizabeth Goodconnect.
William Michael Shukowski.
Gavin J. Hagan.
Mason C. Shores.
Haley Grace Handel.
Olivia Schrager.
Bridget Hannon.
Nick Chevalitza.
Christopher Harner.
David Aaron Silver.
Joseph S. Hempel.
Waverly Simmons.
Victoria Ann Herman.
Ethan Michael Simons.
Reno James Hurst.
Grace M. Sinclair.
Kaylee R. Hiscox.
Megan Sivak.
Nathaniel Thomas Huang.
Jonah Lincoln Skolnick.
Gavin Robert Holleran.
Katrina Slavinsky.
Alora Dawn Hooper.
Joshua Valentine Slutsky.
Joseph Horger.
Jake R. Sloss.
Kayla Veronica Horn.
Madeline Grace Slawinski.
Mason W. Horner.
Scott Smolnak.
Sadie Bell Rabovsky.
Erica Snyder.
Ivan Strajimir Herstov.
Luke So.
Skylar V. Hume.
Xavier Suarez.
Adam Adnan Ibrahim.
Charles J. Saki IV.
Jordan Elizabeth Idell.
Liam Ronaldo Soto.
Joseph Inverso.
Kaylee Danielle Spence.
Joshua Caleb Jabbar.
Alexander James Spencer.
Victor M. Jakara.
Danielle Mackenzie Sperling.
Olivia M. Jaffe.
Samantha Melanie Spolsky.
Robert Jankowitz.
Jake Charles Stark.
Safala E. John.
Madison V. Stabulis.
Richard M. Johns.
Aaron Gabriel Steinberg.
Clay S. Jones.
Victoria Renee Sternberg.
Lauren Marie Jones.
Lainey Rose Stewart.
Marissa Bryn Jones.
Brandon Peter Stotch.
Taryn Sidney Jones.
Gavin Stock.
Brian Joseph.
Reed Perry Stoltz.
Jackson Kaler.
Matthew J. Straffolino.
Michael Aiden Kang.
Medina Sultanova.
Marissa Kaufman.
Ryan L. Swope.
Kerry A. Kaufman.
Evan Sylvester.
Adina Delia Kelly.
Cheyenne A. Sylvia.
Alana Grace Kelly.
Rihanna M. Sidlick.
Olivia Ann Kenderdine.
Ryan Lee Sidlick.
Robert Michael Kennedy.
Andrew Zimborski.
Samantha Ryan Kennedy.
Evan Miles Takach.
Donna Yurijan Kudayurov.
Mallory Ann Tenuto.
Abby Jane Kilday.
Timothy Teterchev.
Peyton Kirby.
Edward Thivon.
Declan M. Kirk.
Lauren Mary Thomas.
Stephanie Klebanov.
Michael Thompson.
Michael Klingenberg.
Ethan Thornton.
Casey Knapp.
Andrew M. Tomchinsky.
Chloe Ray Kodor.
Taylor Lee Triplett.
Jack S. Kalamega.
Ryan Trump.
James Richard Kopak.
Ira Tufale.
Gabrielle Eve Kormov.
Corinne Annetta Turner.
Braden Carl Cotter.
Ashley Grace Terrell.
Bryn Koval.
Ryan C. Ulrich.
Stepan Kovalev.
Madeline Valley.
Victor Kovalev.
Kyle Van Tran.
Reed Charles Kremsky.
Christian Louis Vega.
Owen Cruz.
Paul Velter.
Kennedy Grace Kuchler.
David Vergulis.
Sophie Hannah Kushner.
Michael Kenneth Vickery.
Maria V. Coots.
Athela Grace C. Villarroel.
Nick Kutsoval.
Carson James Viscusi.
Noah Hunter Lackman.
Eugenia Robleski.
Liliana Catherine Lauch.
Julian Wagaman.
Teresa Rose Layton.
Nathan Wagner.
Lex Lenore.
Max Walensky.
Marcus Leone.
Adam R. Walker.
Bryn Alyssa Lipo.
Kevin N. Walker.
Isabella Corinne Lerner.
Trey Michael Wallner.
Julia Cara Levin.
Daniel Cooper Walters.
David Levitt.
Justin Matthew Walters.
Joseph Lewis.
Brooke Wiskowitz.
Allison M. Linkowicz.
Anderson Margaret Weaver. Lucas James Weigold. Audrey Claire Weir. Michael Wendling. Tyler Wenger. Alexandra P. Werner. Evan M. Westhoff. Stephen M. Wilden. Carper B. Wiggins. Alexander Wilczynski. Samuel Witkowski. Thomas Joseph Wallishin. Grace Wright. Amanda K. Wusati. Peter Thomas Yotko. Dennis Urichin. Christian Zaffino. Justin Blake Zaslov. Emma Zavalia. Samantha H. Zelikovich. Benjamin Zhang.
We're getting there. We're getting there. 508. Once again, it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Corey Axler and the South Vocal Ensemble. Would the audience please rise for the singing of Council Rock High School South's alma mater?
Oh gosh.
Okay, all right, okay.
Bring it in more, bring it in more.
That's for Joe. That's for Joe. Yeah, just work around that. I'm gonna keep that there. We just gotta work around that. Just work around that.
Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and it is indeed my honor to introduce a gentleman that many of you knew formerly as the principal of Holland Elementary. Many of you knew him as the former principal of Richboro Middle School. And now we all have the pleasure of knowing him as the Superintendent of Schools of Council Rock School District, Dr. Andy Senko.
Graduates, this is your moment. A moment when your hard work, your dreams, and your future comes together. The moment of transformation from Council Rock student to Council Rock alumnus, from Council Rock learner to part of Council Rock's legacy. This is one moment you will never forget. Congratulations to you and to your families. Members of the Board of School Directors, the students seated before you have met the requirements for graduation set forth by the Board of Directors of the Council Rock School District in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Congratulations, and allow me to introduce to you our school board member and Emily's dad, Mr. Joseph Hidalgo.
Oh boy. Thank you, Dr. Sanko. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank the Council Rock administrators, faculty, and support staff. None of what we are experiencing today would be possible without your love and dedication to each and every student of these students seated before us. I stand here before you humbled and honored to play a small role in the culmination of what is a lifetime of achievements of over 500 young, exceptional Council Rock students. As most of you may know, as Dr. Sanko pointed out, today my daughter Emily is among the ranks of this extraordinary class of 2022. She even spoke just a moment ago as your class president. Thank you for instilling that honor on my baby girl. She and the student government worked hard for you, and the results paid off with a great senior year experience. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of getting to know many of you and watching you grow into members of one of the finest classes I've ever seen in my life. Loving, caring, happy, and inclusive. Carry these traits forward with you each and every day. I could not share more in the pride that every parent, faculty member, friend, and family is feeling at this very moment. I want to thank you, the class of 2022, for supporting each other through what can only be considered the best of times and the worst of times. You have persevered. Your future is bright. Go forth with the tools that you have acquired, with love in your heart, hope as your guiding star, faith in yourself, and a smile to share with others every opportunity you have to do so. Now, with further ado, students seated before us, please rise and stand with your tassels to the right side of your cap. We would like to see you rock this gymnasium one last time together as Golden Hawks class of 2022. Are you ready? Let's get ready to graduate. Having met the requirements as set forth by the Board of Directors of the Council Rock School District and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon each of you a diploma recognizing your graduate status. Now please, move your tassel from the right side of your cap to your left. I now pronounce you graduates of Council Rock High School South.
Don't forget your diplomas, graduates. Congratulations, everybody drive safe. Thank you.